Hi everyone, in this video I would like to show you how I made this bustier dress from scratch. I decided I wanted the dress to have a quarter circle skirt, so I folded my fabric over the edge and used the circle skirt calculator to find out the measurements for my pattern. I fixated my measure tape at the top of the fabric and marked my waistline by moving the tape along the fabric. I repeated the same step for the bottom of the skirt. The fabric I used had no stretch and I had 1 by 1.5 meters. I then cut out the pattern. This left me with this piece of fabric. To create the bustier top, I used these patterns to cut my fabric. I created these patterns by taking my measurements and trying them out on some muslin. I adjusted them until they were true to my size. I decided to keep the center front as one piece. My fabric is a little see-through, so I decided to include some lining. For the lining, I used 2 old tops and cut out my patterns for a second time. Next, I sew all my outer and inner bustier pieces together with a straight stitch. I then attached the lining to the bustier by sewing them right sides together. I only lined the center front and side front for the bustier. I also attached the sides of the lining to the seam allowance of the outer fabric. Because I decided not to line the back piece, I had to hem the raw edge of the back with a rolled hem. I then cut out triangles out of my fabric and attached those to the back of my bustier to use as ties. I attached the lining to the skirt by sewing along all but the bottom edge. I then hemmed the sides and bottom of the skirt with a rolled hem. To close the skirt, I overlapped the sides and sew along it with a straight stitch. I left a 10 cm gap towards the waistline for the closure of the dress. Next, I attached my bustier to the skirt by sewing them right sides together. Where the skirt overlapped the bustier, I hemmed the raw edges. I then attached 3 buttons to the opening of my skirt and cut the buttonhole. I hand sewed the edges. For the straps, I cut 2 long strips of fabric, folded them right sides together and sewed along the edge. I used a safety pin to flip my strap inside out. I quickly ironed the straps so they look nice and crisp. Lastly, I sewed on the straps and finished as my DIY summer dress. I absolutely love how this turned out and I will get a lot of wear out of this. It took me roughly 1 day to make this dress, so it was actually a quite quick project. Thanks so much for watching. It would be lovely if you would like to subscribe for more sewing videos in the future.